say Nassau's gone soul. We've got a doggone beat now. We're gonna call our very own Nassau Rock and Nassau Road. Nassau's got a whole lot of soul. Feel alright. Mini skirts, maxi skirts, and afro hairdo. People doing their own thing and don't care about.
This is a community which was developed a little over 20 years ago. And in the plans for development was a space for a park. The community residents didn't have the funding for it, obviously, but they wanted a place for their children to enjoy and for families to relax. And for the past 20 years, they've been speaking to their members of parliament over those years. And there have been a number of members of parliament come through, asking them to assist them in developing a park here. It is the ideal place for a park because there's the Silver Gates community here. You have Cowpen Road, you have the Carmichael community on the northern side. So it's the ideal place where many communities intersect and many people can use a park. We're grateful that we've been able to provide this wonderful Silver Gates community with a park. And not only with a park, but with the most beautiful park in the country. The most amazing park that you will see in the Bahamas. All the opportunities to recreate. And you see here, even though the sun is hot, maybe in the middle of the morning, we have people out here walking and running in the sun. So it's a very special place, and we are grateful to our partners for helping to make this possible. We couldn't have chosen any company. For me, there was only one choice. After speaking with the leaders of the Bahamas Striping Group of companies, and knowing their work, and as the Minister of Works, I know their work. I know their standards of excellence. They are uncompromising when it comes to excellence in their work. So for me, there wasn't any other choice. I wanted to be able to work with them. They were very cooperative, but they have exacting standards. And they have a vision. And so I was pleased to be able to work with them, with Mr. Dominic Stirrup, Mr. Arturo Mitchell, Dr. Albury. And they all brought something to the project. They started out in a way that nobody else would have started out. They started out with getting a drone and mapping the place out, and then designing a park. So it was wonderful to work with them. I enjoyed it, and particularly so because this was a group of young Bahamian entrepreneurs who have a vision for where they want to go in this country. So it was an honor to work with them, and I look forward to working with them on many projects.
The Ministry of Works, which is the executing agency, entered into a contract agreement with Bahamas Striping Group of companies for the design, project management, and the execution of the works. So the project is essentially a design-build project. The project had several components, and the Ministry of Works responsibility of those was for the close supervision of it to ensure that the project was being carried out in accordance with the contract and the design. What was impressive about the execution of this project was that the contractor carried out the works concurrently instead of consecutively, which he completed within under 3 months.
We have built up a legacy of partnering with Bahamian companies in order to get things done, and in that way we can draw attention to smaller businesses, entrepreneurs, persons with particular skills and talents, and have them share in the limelight of what we're doing. It also is a way of sharing, sharing the wealth, make sure that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. I think this is the way of the future. There's definitely no lack of parks that need development, and we can't do them all, so yes, definitely. I think more Bahamian companies should take up and follow our example and get the work done so the community as a whole and the Bahamas as a whole can benefit from it. Well, the first thing would be, I think, the size. We've never done a park with this much acreage. A second thing would be a lot of the features that are here, like the cushion material for the walking park, and the artistic mural that was placed at the entrance. And then also I think what stands out most to me about this park is the amount of green space, the amount of landscaping and trees, and how much attention was paid to preserving what was here naturally.
Well, when we took on this project less than 2 months ago, one of the things that we heard from the residents was that they were waiting and anticipating a community park for more than 20 years. And just hearing that actually gave and created an impetus for us to put a lot of energy and effort into ensuring that we delivered a park that the community would be proud of and the Bahamian people would be proud of. And we're really excited that we were able to incorporate a number of unique features here at this park, creating many firsts. And so we're excited to bring the park to the community. Well, when we look at the number of parks, I'll have to include the sports courts as well. And I believe that we've incorporated, partnered, developed, built, helped to design more than 40 parks throughout the Bahamas. And one of the things that the company has always been about is community involvement. Whenever we were given an opportunity to work in the Family Islands, we always sought to give back and donate our services, time, labor, materials, to ensuring that the parks that were existing, that they were rehabilitated. And so we always thought that we should leave a signature on those various islands. And I think over the past 9 years, that has mushroomed, it has grown and evolved to what we see here today in the Silver Gates community.
Residents of Silver Gates, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening. It is an honor for me to be here with you this evening. I had a chance to drive on your newly paved roads, to see your beautiful sidewalks, and to admire how well you kept or you keep this community. And I can feel the sense of pride you have in this wonderful community. As Minister Bannister told me, Silver Gates is a very special place. What makes Silver Gates extra special is this beautiful park that we are opening here this evening. And I must interject here, Dominique, when they completed my Gambia Park, they said that would be the best in the Bahamas.